Hey 412 Church, it's Pastor Roy. We're continuing our look at Holy Week. We've looked at Holy Monday, Holy Tuesday. Today is Holy Wednesday, also Silent Wednesday, and to some it's even known as Spy Wednesday. Why the Silent Wednesday? Well, the scriptures really are silent as to what takes place on this day. Over in the Gospel of Mark, we know that two events take place. First, Jesus' body is prepared for burial. Second, Judas will choose to betray Jesus. With that being said, the guys are in Bethany. They're having a meal with Simon the leper in the house, and a woman comes in and breaks an expensive bottle of oil on Jesus, anointing him. Crazy thing about anointing oil and a person. Did you know that all of Israel's kings were anointed? It was God's way of saying, this is the one that I have chosen. And here now we see Jesus being anointed. It's if God is saying, this is my chosen one. Well, the woman that broke the oil over Jesus, know this. She also saw Jesus raise her own brother Lazarus from the dead, bringing him back to life. She also had heard Jesus preach numerous times and even say that he was going to resurrect his own life after death. Well, this event really upset some of the disciples so much they started to bicker over it. And Jesus rebukes them in verse 6 when he says to them, "Let her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has done a good work for me." He continues in verse 8 and says, "She has done what she could. She has come beforehand to anoint my body for burial." Well, this is the tipping point for Judas. And at this point, Judas decides to walk out. He has made the decision to betray Jesus, and he heads over to the religious leaders who at this time are trying to plot how they can kill Jesus. We read at this in verse 10 of chapter 14 of Mark. "Then Judas Iscariot, one of the 12, went to the chief priests to betray him to them. And when they heard it, they were glad, and they promised to give him money. So he sought how he might conveniently betray him." As we look at this Wednesday, Holy Wednesday, Silent Wednesday, Spy Wednesday, we remember this. The king has been seen by some as a rival who needed to be captured and put onto trial. Others saw that his death would be the lead to the resurrection of life. But one thing was true. All knew that Jesus needed to die. While things might seem like doom and gloom, know this, everything is working out for God's glory. It's going to be amazing as we're going to see tomorrow on Maundy Thursday.